All right. So what's going on, everybody? All right, I got it figured out. Brian Rhodes here. It's April 9th. I wanted to get Billy Womack on here before he heads off to Hawaii, and we might not hear from him again. No, we'll hear from him. But so first and foremost, this is a kind of like a hear Billy Womack's story, and I'm going to talk a little bit about onboarding and a little bit about why I like this program and why I'm here. So first, before I bring Billy on, the one thing that set this apart from anything I've seen in the past like 12 years is the fact that I got to speak to somebody that's been in this company for 7 years, had made his first 8 figures without building a team. That was like, all right, what? That's exactly what was thinking in my head. Like, that's not how, like, how is that possible? I knew a little bit about nodes, but I didn't think, it was real for something like that to happen. I thought most times when companies come out with nodes, they just need your money, and they're trying to sell you on tokens. They're trying to do all these different things, and they don't even give you access to your own wallet. And then talking with Billy for 30 minutes, and we're lucky to get him tonight as well. And he just was like, hey, look, you own the keys. It's your wallet. I've been here 7 years. I went to a gaming convention, bought 11 nodes, not a gamer, turned out, made 10 million plus. And it's like, all right, now you got my attention. And then looking into this compensation plan, there's 3 ways to rank up. Just buy a node and you're a droid and you instantly start getting paid on 2 levels. Sell 5 win smart nodes, which is the native coin from the company, and you're a block bot. Now you make double what you made as being a droid. So, my attention was around all selling win nodes, helping everybody get 5 and going that route, because if we got a promo where 5 win nodes, instead of being $10,000, are $2,500. That was a no-brainer, and then, from there, it was just diving in, learning about the legal team, learning that Ken Cuccinelli's on this. And it's like, wow, isn't that guy part of the Trump administration? Wasn't he a work for Homeland Security? Wasn't he attorney general for Virginia? Like, I don't even know how I knew this stuff already, but just seeing his picture, I was like, this is pretty incredible. He's a part of the legal team. And then looking at the rest of the legal team and just Googling their names and doing some research, it's pretty much a dream team of legal team on inside of a DeFi blockchain project that has over over $1 billion in infrastructure where brands don't need your money to succeed. So everything on the checklist was just green giant checks. I basically just crumbled up that list and threw it away and was like, all right, I'm planting my flag here. I'm not doing anything else in the crypto space. There is no point at all. The fact that you can grab nodes at a price right now for some of them that will be cheaper than you'll ever get and earn the most digital rewards you'll ever receive. It was a no-brainer. Just listening to Billy talk, watch a replay, it'll blow your mind. And then the fact that some are getting close to market, and it's not a bad deal to grab some of those. And every time that 100 of them are sold, it goes up $100. So it was like, all right, well, I need to hurry up and purchase a couple of these because they're going to go up $100. I had a buddy on the way to the bank and it went up $100 on them. So this program has been phenomenal. And then having Billy as like a mentor and just kind of working with me, guiding me, coming on here with you guys and everybody else, doing Zooms, showing his back office and telling his story is the most important thing, because this isn't complicated. We're just buying a node. We have a streamlined process of setting it up, and it earns the digital rewards that we can then move to. You can move it to multiple different places. But I'm really excited about what Kathy Roberts created with that Switch wallet. And I'm sure Billy will talk a little bit about that. He's had her on phone calls with us. She is the founder of Discover Card. And so pretty cool having her on board here. And then I also thought, if Kathy Roberts is on here, Discover Card founder, CEO at one time, she obviously had lawyers that looked into this company to make sure it's even legit. And yeah, that's 100% correct. So, Billy, I'm so excited about this. Every day I'm helping somebody get started with some nodes. Our teams are growing. Everybody's happy. I wanted to get you on here before you flew off to Las Vegas, or sorry, you're in Las Vegas to Hawaii. And
Yeah.
but if you could just kind of tell people your story, talk about, what you know about the legal team, what you know about the CEOs, all the different brands. I would love to hear it. And guys, if you haven't seen much on Billy Womack, I'm going to drop a podcast in the chat, so that way you can actually um, watch it later to understand how legit Billy is. So thank you for being on, Billy, and go ahead, take it away. I'm gonna take care of these babies right next to me. So
Well, thank you so much for that warm introduction, Brian. And guys, what Brian said was key. This is not complicated. We as individuals make it complicated. We overthink things, or maybe we went through a rug pull. I did those rug pulls twice 8 years ago, and then I kept looking over my shoulder. Well, what if this? What if this? And I did a call. The young lady's on the call right now. I saw her name. Good friend of mine back in Tampa, who's up in Chicago. She knows who I'm talking about. And she's like, but what about this? And what about that? And that's normal. So you guys have to feel comfortable. And the only way that you're going to feel comfortable is getting on these calls, digging in and finding out more about these companies, who they are, who they're led by. As Brian said, you don't get people like Kathy Roberts who run a multi-billion-dollar company unless you've went through the checks and balances. And we have to give Brian a quick little well, we'll wait till he gets back there. Okay, we'll talk about Brian here in a second, but Brian's absolutely killing it right now. For those that don't know me, my name is Billy Womack. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I reside in sunny Las Vegas, where I am right now on the Vegas Strip. But I head off tomorrow to see all of these CEOs tomorrow in Hawaii in our leadership team, and doing a great mastermind, and to try to get some updates on a lot of really cool stuff. So I've been with this company from day one. Before there was even a company, before there was any distribution, I literally was here day one of this, which was over 7+ years ago. I'll tell you my story. I knew that blockchain and crypto was the future many years ago. I posted on social media, who do you know in crypto? And I got involved with, unfortunately, with a couple of rug pulls, a couple Ponzi's, which I think most of us in this space, that's how we get started. Someone says, "Man, all they hear is the hype about crypto being great and exciting," and it is. But unfortunately, when you have good stuff, you always have bad people out there trying to hone in and take advantage of that. And unfortunately, I got taking advantage of that too. But luckily, it was 9 years ago, whenever it was, 2016, and that happened. And then I finally got sick of that. I went through two of them, and I said, there's got to be, I know that there's a good company out there. I've just got to find it. And I posted again on social media, who do you know in blockchain, not crypto, not Bitcoin? And this guy said, I got a guy for you. I'm like, all right, let's see. He said, this guy's worth over $100 million, and we're all going to Reykjavik's Icing in a week. Why don't you come up and learn how we make Bitcoin? I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So I flew up, met with about 350 other individuals from all over the world. I have this miner right here. I brought it home from Reykjavik's Ice, and this was one of the mining rigs that we used to buy to mine Bitcoin. And I like to show people that because that's my humble beginnings, because believe it or not, I could barely afford one of these machines back then. So don't ever think, man, I only have XYZ, because I started with one, and this was the first one. So I kept it as a souvenir. It's going into my new house that I'm building. And I don't like to kind of talk too much about patting myself on the back or anything, because it's not really about me. But as Brian said, and there's a couple of you guys on the phone that know me from back in Tampa, I was struggling to make $6,000 to $8,000 a month back in Tampa. And I just found this vehicle, this company, and I just dug in, and it's taken years. But now I don't have to worry about that. I do pretty well, and the numbers are pretty crazy. And I'll show you guys some of that. But on a good day, I can make anywhere from $30,000 to $120,000 a day. Not bad, considering I was struggling to make $6,000. And I mean that in just a thankful way. I don't take any of this for granted. but it's been a roller coaster, and I'm going to dive into a little bit of that, guys. Now, before I go into that, I'm going to tell you this is not financial advice. This is not something that's going to get you rich quick. Although I try to get rich many times, and slowly wasn't working, fastly wasn't working. So I just had to educate myself and find the right company. So this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you you're going to make millions of dollars. I'm not telling you any of that. So just beware that that is not what this is. This is educational purposes only. So I'm going to show you how I've done really well, how I'm currently doing well, and that's what this was really all about. And I have to give Brian a little quick a clap, because Brian got started with me about a month ago. Actually, he didn't get started with me personally. There's another gentleman, Dimitri, who kind of brought Brian to me, and Brian has absolutely killed it. He's put in the time, he's put in the work. I think he was mentally broken. I think he was financially broken. He was like a little puppy. He's like trying to lean into me, like, come on, please. I hope you're going to treat me good. And we got him all fixed up and said, listen, you found a home. If you want a home, we're going to take care of you. We're going to nurture you and show you. And in the last 30 days, I think Brian's commissions of just going out working the sales side of the business, not the node side, just the sales side of the business. He's close to $40,000. Is that right, Brian? Close to that? Yeah, 40 grand, which is kind of crazy. So, guys, that's not chump change for someone. Brian, how much? Do you mind telling everybody how much you had in your account when you started doing this with us?
In my connected
Yeah,
zero.
zero. So guys, if
And I
you're
have a lot going
on
through
here,
tonight, so I mean it'll be close right at 40 tonight, and it hasn't even been 30 days, you know.
Yeah.
And I have a brand new baby and two little ones. I'm not working full time with this, so we can do this.
but you do have context. You have built teams before, and you've put in the time, you've put in the effort, and guys, that's what it takes. Is just you have to decide that this is going to be the vehicle. And I told Brian, because a lot of people were hitting him up, hey, check out this or check out that. If you guys, and I was telling my good friend today on the phone, if you guys, and I'm going to switch this training up a little bit today and talk to you guys for those that really want to kind of, because there's two ways that you can make money with this. You can, or should I say that hopefully make money. It is obviously buying software nodes is how I've made millions and millions of dollars, but also I teach and educate, and you don't have to educate, but help some of your friends or loved ones. And that's what I do. Every single person in my family owns nodes. My mother, my nieces, my nephews, my friends, every friend. If they're a friend of mine, truly a friend of mine, they have software nodes. Why? I'm not selling them anything. I care enough about them. See, if you're out there worried that I don't want to sell my friends and neighbors or my friends and family, your mindset's not there. You don't believe enough, because I promise you, I care, because I've already made a lot of money. I care enough that I want to put my friends and family in a position where they're doing well as well. It's no fun to go sit on a beach with millions of dollars in your account if you're the only one sitting there. So it's no fun to go do a lot of the things we do unless you could take your friends and your family and you have enough money for first class tickets for everybody and live the way that you're supposed to be living. And I've been very fortunate that when I started making money, I didn't forget about the people I care about. I always came back and gave them the opportunity. If they choose no, they choose no. That's fine, but you've done your part. You don't want your friends and family to come back 6 months, a year from now saying, why didn't you say something? Well, I didn't figure you want something like this. Why? This is a business opportunity is what this is. This is an opportunity with a company that's been around for 7 years, that has over $1 billion in our infrastructure, free and clear, no investors. And we've done this from bootstrapping, just going to town. And our first blockchain, yes, we did really well. And I'll dive in at this point and start showing you guys evidence of who we are, what we've been able to do, and just kind of go from there. So I'm not going to talk too much about Gala. It's not on our platform, but it is the platform I started on, where I bought my rewards. And it's a gaming platform. Here it is. Gaming, all these games right here. These are the same guys that created Zynga Poker on Facebook and a lot of these other games. They built out all these games. I just want to briefly skip over this because this is not what we're here to talk about. I bought 11 software nodes from this company. Those software nodes have a responsibility. They go to work every single day for you, and they confirm transactions on that blockchain. And in return for them doing that, we get distribution as node owners. Now, right here, you'll see right there, I'm still receiving, that was 23 hours ago. I'm still receiving 7,158 rewards. And for those that you guys have a calculator, go ahead and calculate this real quick. So do yourself a favor because it's a little different when you guys do it. Type in your phone or your calculator 7,158 into your phone. Do that. And I'm going to show you at today's, right this second. Imagine having these nodes, taking a leap of faith, buying these nodes back in June of 2019 and having them online. And now, let me see right here. Those rewards are worth 0.0696. I made $500 today on that account, times up by 30. This account's still paying me right at, well, you guys did the math, $15,000 a month. 15 grand a month. 4 years later, I've already pulled out close to 10 million plus dollars. And right here, you'll see my withdrawals. This is on the blockchain, all verifiable. Let me go through here and just kind of take you back. See, I do this to show people what it could look like in years to come on these newer projects. So that's the only reason I kind of show this. Obviously, I don't have to show this. I do this because a lot of people that are quote, gurus out there that try to tell you to go buy this, tell you to go buy that, trying to tell you what to do. 99.9% of those gurus don't make their money other than charging you a fee to do what they're telling you. I'm not a guru, but I do like to think that I have a lot of friends, and my friends, I like to show them instead of tell them where I've made my money and helped them. So, you kind of see the withdrawals 2 years ago. Go back a little bit further. Here's a couple, 1 million withdrawal. Now this is Gala withdrawal. This is not US dollars. So if you take that and you see exactly right here where Gala was 2 years ago, right there, you say all, boom. And exactly 2 years ago, it was between 62 cents. As you guys see right there to the right, it was roughly 62 to 64 cents, right in that range when I was pulling this out. It went all the way to 84, but I pulled out of the market around that time frame. You'll see 100K, 100K, 100K. I think this was when I was buying my Bentley. I was pulling some stuff out. Here's another million, 2 million, so on and so forth. So this is there's that. I don't want to stay on that because that's not the focal point of this. This is really just to show you that nodes really work. When you find a real good, true blockchain, what we're doing, guys, so you understand, every blockchain we build, there's 50 billion tokens on each brand. There's 100,000 nodes. So every year we have a halving event. Bitcoin has a halving event every 4 years. We have a halving event once a year. So every year, the distribution of these tokens get cut in half, cut in half, cut in half. Well, that's fine. But also when you're a layer one blockchain, which we are, hence part of the reason we spent so much money and we've had so much money invested, we're not built on the Ethereum blockchain or the Bitcoin blockchain or Solana blockchain. We're built on our own blockchain, and those are not cheap to build. We built this out because if you really want to have longevity on a network, your node owners, which is me, you, hopefully you, at least most of us, when you buy your nodes, what happens is every time somebody plays a game on this particular platform and they buy an NFT, sell an NFT, move money in or out, there's something called a gas fee. That gas fee at the end of the day all goes into a pile, goes in. Everyone that owns a node is distributed right back to the network. That's how we secure the longevity of these companies for years and years and years and years to come. So all of these gas fees go into a bucket, they split up, and they come back to us every single day. Hence, that's part of our daily distribution, which you see right here. There you go. All right, enough about Gala. I'm going to jump back over to Mama Bear, our marketing arm, which is Connect, and kind of dive into some of the stuff over here. Let me move this up out of my way so I can see. All right, so here we go. Nope, I'm gonna have to move this down. I just love these little boxes all over my screen, but I can't see. So let me jump into connect. So obviously started with 11 nodes, making the kind of money I made, still making 15,000 a month with those same 11 nodes that I purchased. It's crazy when I sit there and tell my friends, I'm like, you know what's really crazy? The guys that helped when we all got in that room, June of 2019 here in Vegas before I moved here, I probably bought the least amount of nodes of everyone in there. So it's crazy when people tell my story, they're like, this guy made $20 million and he made less than most people in that room. And that's a fact. A lot of my friends were gamers. I wasn't a gamer. That's why I only bought 11 nodes. I had plenty of money to buy more nodes. I just didn't see it. I wasn't a gamer. I wasn't playing Donkey. I think the last game I played before that was Donkey Kong or Tetris. So I just said, here's some money, throw it at it. I'll wait on the next blockchain that comes out, which was going to be Switch or some of these other ones. And I just kind of waited. So I bought those 11. They did really well. So this time around, I said, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna jump in and buy a lot more nodes. So like Switch, I'm very heavily interested in Switch, which is our banking solution. Grow, which is our agricultural, over 100 nodes. Element, which is our gold and precious metals. And this will kind of show you a little bit about these. Now, this is pretty exciting stuff, guys, because all of these projects in the next couple months should start hitting different exchanges. And I'll just kind of show you right here. Who's got their calculators? Brian, you want to do the calculation out loud? Yes. Type in 289,000. Anybody that wants to do this? This is my daily distribution, 289,259. Tell me when you got it done.
Yep. Times what?
Times that by right now. Now there's not enough liquidity right this second, but this you're going to start seeing a lot of liquidity. But at this very second, what the market says that particular one is at, so 0.04665. It should be around 13,500, somewhere around there.
Yep, it's around 11,500.
Times that by 30 days.
That's a lot of money. 347,110.
So you're telling me right now, because my belief level is very high, and I bought these software nodes right here, that right now they're at what, $4,100 each. So when I get on here, I don't do this to impress people. I do it to impress upon you. I'm knee deep in this. I believe in these projects. I don't know how many of you guys were on the Zoom the other day with Will. Brian, were you on that Zoom the other day with Will from Grow last week?
No, I missed it because we hosted our own Zoom, I think, at that same
Okay.
time.
So I'll ask them if they have that recorded so we can play that for people. But I went all in. Obviously, I've got a lot of money invested, but hence I've got a lot of opportunity as well. So that's the way when I talk to people about this, I say the more nodes you have, the more opportunity you have. I can't make financial claims. I'm not telling you can get rich, but it has done really well for me and my friends. But that's the only thing I'll really say about that. So that's Grow right now. I'm very bullish on Grow, very, very bullish on Grow. Element right here, got 121 nodes. We got about 166,000 rewards coming in a day on that one. So these are the different blockchains that I'm very bullish on. If you're brand new tonight, trying to check out some of our projects, go here, hit the share button. If you do not have a referral link, get back to the person that invited you. Some of you guys are Brian's team. Some of you are my team because I invited you. Some are somebody else and we're just jumping on. We're all a team here, but if you're not already signed up with a Connect account, you cannot get one without a referral link, period. So somebody has to give you a referral link. So whoever invited you tonight, get back with that individual. But this right here will show you the Grow blockchain. This will show you all of our different projects in video form, so you learn a little bit more about them. And you can also go into their website, Grow United. We're the first decentralized farming, agricultural farming blockchain, which is super, super cool. I'm very bullish on this one. Imagine being able to take your digital rewards and actually buy food directly from the farm right here. The day it gets in, you can scan that barcode and it goes right here to Farm Tracer. Boom, you'll put that ID right here and it'll tell you the day that cattle was born, everything it's ever ate, organically, the day it died, everything about it right here. And that's Royal Ranch. Those are our farming partners on that. So these are really cool things, guys, that we're solving a lot of problems because the federal government came to all these farmers a couple years ago and said, listen, you guys have another couple years and you guys have to have traceability on your vegetables farm, like your meat, potatoes, everything. And they didn't say blockchain, they said traceability. But a lot of these farmers had no idea what to do, how to do it. And luckily for them, voila, we are the largest blockchain development company in the world, and we can help with that kind of solution. Now we even have a cannabis company and some other companies all coming in on this as well, which is really, really cool. No, we're not soliciting cannabis. We are just all we are is a traceability company, right? And so me owning these nodes, I'm very bullish on this. So I went very heavy on the nodes, and I'm accumulating those digital rewards in hopes one day they will do just fine. So there's that one. Switch is obviously my baby. I've got a couple hundred nodes on this one. This is the one that Brian was talking about with Kathy. They just redid the website, which is really cool. See right here. If you guys haven't been to Switch Reward Card, go there, set up a free account. Then also get KYC, set up your wallet, learn a little bit more about this. Guys, the biggest problem in blockchain and crypto right now is if you have a problem, is customer service. You can't get through to anybody in customer service. Binance and Coinbase both take over a week to get back to you, if not 30 days. I knew I waited over 30 days for Coinbase for a problem, and I still never got it rectified. I was so irritated with them. If you're going to have your money parked somewhere and you can't get customer service, imagine being part of Wells Fargo or Chase or one of these big banks, and you couldn't get a hold of anybody at any time. You're having problems with your money. How frustrating would that be? I mean, that's what happens right now in crypto. But we said, listen, wherever the biggest problems are in the world, we want to be the solution. We're very utility driven. We're very we focus on what solutions we can bring to the world, because those that bring the biggest and best solutions are the people that really do really well, and that's what we want to focus on. So Switch now has the first ever live customer service on the blockchain, which is super awesome. Matter of fact, we have it on all of our brands now, but it was one of the first one. Kathy helped kind of get that set up with us right here. I'm so bullish on this one. And this is going to actually be the first blockchain. Oh, did they have my name on here? Whoa, wait, where am I at? I know I'm in here. Hold on. They're right here. Let's see here. I remember doing that one. So, yeah, you'll see even me on the Switch for giving testimonial. But this is really cool, guys. Go in there, set up an account, get ready. You might as well support a brand internally that all of our brands will be on here. All of our different blockchains, you will be able to buy, sell, and move the cryptos around on this particular platform anyway. So you're going to want an account with this anyway, right there, free account. So right here, this is really cool. And there's a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to be doing later on. I don't want to get into that. I'll leave that for the CEO to kind of give you guys some secrets on what we're doing and what we have been doing and working on this for years for. So that's really cool. And then obviously, if you guys haven't found out about Element is extremely, oh, that's still highlighted from my Zoom right before this. Buy a node, make the world a better place. Scott Lumo, good friend of mine. Scott was on the Discovery Channel on a TV show called Jungle Gold, where he would mine gold in Ghana and Africa. And he just saw there was so many problems going on in the gold and precious metals arena. So he said he got out of it, went back to Utah, and he's sitting there and he said, man, I really loved what I was doing, but he was getting shot at, and it was just a dangerous scenario. He was watching kids suck mercury out of bags, and it was really deathly ill to them. And he said, I don't want to be a part of the problem anymore. I'm out. went to Utah, and then he met the guy that created our platform, and he said, well, why don't you be part of the solution instead of part of the problem? Because I don't know anything about blockchain. He says, well, that's what we do. We'll teach you that side of the business. Let's go save some lives. Let's go help people. And that's where Element was formed. And now we're out here. We went back to those gold mines, said, listen, we want to, if you guys will help us go through these certifications where we're not doing this and little kids aren't doing this, and this, and best safe practices, what we want to do is a partnership with you. And some of these gold mines said, hey, let's do this. They did their 43-101 mining reports with us. They certified it. And now there are partners on this, and we've accumulated billions and billions of gold mines around the world, even in the United States, Canada, all over the world, that now said, we want to join forces with you guys and do the stuff the right way. We've even started doing some carbon credit plays with a lot of these with a lot of these mines. We're gamifying it, which is really super cool. You can come in here and buy the picks and the shovels and play the game just like we did over on the other platform. When you hit a certain level, there's different things that we've talked about where you can maybe even go out to a real gold mine and mine gold for the day. One of the things I really like about this one, when you're mining this digital reward every day with Element, I can take those rewards and sell them. I can take them, use them, or I can take them and buy real gold from a real gold mine as well. So this one I went really heavy on. It's super, super cool. I love this one. There's all of these I love. Let me go back and see which other one I could talk to you about real quick by notes. When, if you guys don't know, when is the marketing arm for all of our brands. This one, we've got a social media platform coming out. Zuckerberg made how much money off of all of us for Facebook? We supplied all the content. He got filthy rich. We got nothing. Well, imagine if there was a platform that looked just similar to Facebook, where you could post, like, share, comment. Every time you did, you got a reward. We're building that out right now. I'm part of the beta testing on that as well. This is super, super cool. Switch obviously is the banking solution. Galvin, guys, this one right here is so special. Obviously, I helped launch this company day one. I was CEO of it originally. And so Galvin, imagine being part of a medical platform where you can actually go work out, exercise, and get paid in digital rewards just for getting healthy. And then on top of that, we went out and did a contract and have the exclusive contract on the blockchain with a company called Siri. You guys might know who Siri is. You only talk to them if you have iPhones, most of you anyway. We have the exclusive contract with Canary Speech, which owns Siri, on the blockchain, to where now we have a voice activated app that will tell you your mood swing, your stress level, your anxiety level. And that we are not, but that particular company is working on getting that FDA approved so they can get into the veterans. I'm a veteran, get into the veterans, VAs, and get into the schools and help all these kids that are going through the problems that they're having. So this one's very near and dear to my heart as well, Galvin. And our CEO, Adam Sharp, is freaking a rock star. Adam wrote over 100 published papers with Kaiser Presidente hospital group out of California. He's running the show over there, him and Jeff. They're doing a great job. Element, I just talked to you about Scott Lumo. Grow, Will, the CEO over here. These guys are just studs. I like to focus mostly on these five right here, because these five are the five that are launching into the marketplace. When I say launching into the marketplace, let me explain. These are already up and running companies. They're already doing revenue, but the brands have nothing to do with the token going on exchanges. The brands only build the brands. They go do what they do, and they have no. And this is what when Brian was talking about this, very important for you guys to understand is what sets us apart from everybody else is we've never sold a token. None of our brands even have access to the tokens, which makes us very compliant in the SEC regulational world. And then all of our nodes and distribution come out of Switzerland, ran by our DAO. You guys can go in your back office and read about that. If you click on Connect Pay, it'll take you to a link called our legal side of things, which is I'm brain dead. Anyway, Blockade. Blockade is our legal partner that oversees all of our brands. So you'll hear from Daniel Payne and Kat. They'll talk to you about what you can and can't say. I don't know how many blockchain companies out there do not have a compliance. We do. We're very compliant on every aspect. And like Brian said, our legal team is second to none. When you got people like Ken Cuccinelli and all these other guys that are at the top of their game on every aspect in the United States, overseeing everything that we do to make sure that we stay compliant and make sure this business is around for a long time. That's very, very important. So anyway, so that's that. And two of the new ones that just popped up, I'll just kind of tell you about them real quick. I'm not going to go into every one of these because they're all great now. Hyper, I'm not sure about iCube. Hyper is really cool because Nerd, which is we just had the CEO of Nerd on a couple weeks ago. I think it was last week, Tom. And so Nerd is our own internal company that builds out all of our brands for us. So that's our internal build out. Those guys are rocking. I'm not sure what this one is, honestly, which I know all these CEOs except for that one. I'm sure I know this one. I just don't know which one it is. Elevate Brant to CEO of this one. Brant created inside the node. When you buy that node's going to be able to buy the dips of any of our DeFi of any of our projects. So if you bought one node for Grow, one node, meaning you can attach that node, it will buy the dips when we have these on exchanges, and you want to buy some Grow tokens or Grow Element or Grow Galvin, you can actually program this node to buy your dips for you. So it's a really cool node to be a part of. Give is ran by Faith. Faith Wright is her name, and she is just a bundle of joy. And she works with all of our nonprofits. And what she does is we'll take all these nonprofits. You can buy a node from this platform, get those digital rewards as a company, hopefully sees increase in value. Or even if it doesn't, you can donate your rewards to any of these nonprofits. I know we're working with veterans. I know we're working with Save a Girl from girls that are being trafficked. So there's a lot of really cool things that we do with our nonprofits under this umbrella. Pixel, Brian Ferry, the CEO of this one. Imagine having a company that for all of your web designers and things of that nature, this will actually let them come in and creators, if you will, create different things on here, they'll be able to earn digital rewards for creating websites, all these different types of things. Rev, the new CEO or the new guys that are coming in on this one, which is Rev, these guys you can go toe to toe with Uber. That one's very, very exciting as well. I know that Uber only pays like, what is it, 40 or 50? I don't want to get into Uber's numbers because I don't know exactly what their numbers are. I know they don't pay that much out to their drivers. They keep a big portion of that. And I know that now we're going to reverse that and give the drivers a lot more. Tony's already got about 25,000 plus drivers, maybe more, out in California. But now imagine buying a software node, getting a digital reward, and now using those digital rewards for your car ride share service. But also notice that not only will you get paid regular, but you'll also get digital rewards for driving additionally, which means now the drivers are all participating in the company, the rise of the company. If somebody shows up on time, they get a digital reward. If they are rated a 5-star review, they get a digital reward. If you don't cancel on your driver, you get a reward. There's a lot of different things that they're doing. All of these are driven by actions and proof of work. Rally, my new little buddy here is the CEO of this one. Rally, just like this Zoom that we're on right now, we don't participate in any of the earnings, but obviously Zoom does. I think they've got like 60 or 80 million people. But imagine every time you did a Zoom, you're able to get a digital reward. If you're hosting a Zoom, you get a digital reward. So this one's going to be really, really cool. And then Chris runs Liberty. Liberty is our own your own data. He's very, Chris has been very high up in the military. So owning your own data, protecting your own data is very, very important to us also as well. So that's kind of a quick overview on all of these projects. And right here we have our academy where we actually pay you to learn about our blockchains and what we're doing, things like that. So we there's a lot of places you guys can go learn. And when I got on the phone with a couple of guys when Brian first got started, there's this guy who was trying to argue with me about what a node should do. And or maybe it was Dimitri. Was it you or Dimitri? It was Dimitri. Or
No, it
you?
was me. It was my buddy.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, he was trying to sit there and argue with me, who's been here for 7 years. He doesn't know our platform, but he was sitting here trying to argue with me about what our node should do. And I'm like, Leslie, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm trying to explain to you what we do. Your other company, obviously not in business, where you learned that, is probably not the right place to try to educate someone that's been here that we've built a business. But this is where they can go get educated the right way because there's so much false information out there. So take the time, go through this. We want to see everybody win. That's why we do what we do. That's why we build an academy. How many other companies out there have taken the time to educate you guys, put the CEOs of different brands on there, do the things that we're doing, put together a legal team, put together a compliance team to see you win, and right here, we can go here and you can connect pay and see all the different people that you're helping right here. Boom. I kind of showed this the other day. These are in the last 60 days, they've paid me out roughly about 90,000 a month. Right here, boom, 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 to all this, they pay me out. But it'll also keep up with all your sales, the day that you get paid out, all that kind of good stuff. So all that's kind of tracked and traced right there, which is great. Boom, boom, boom for all. There's Demetrius right there. Boom. So it kind of tracks all that for you. And then right here, this kind of just shows the team, and shows up 1,200 nodes in the last 2 months, somewhere around there. So we're cranking, doing good stuff. Almost 4,000 people in the last couple months that's come on board that I help mentor on that. So really cool opportunity to kind of jump in and work with people that want to help. I made, the money I made without ever putting one single person in the business, without building, without doing anything. My nodes just did what my nodes did. We didn't even open up the affiliate side of our business, truly open it up until 6 months ago. So when people are like, man, I've missed out on so much opportunity. You guys have been around for 7 years. Well, if you would have come 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I promise you probably wouldn't have stuck around. Like, they're not even ready. A lot was going on. So I stayed in the trenches from day one with this company because I believed in the leadership. I believed in the vision. And obviously it's taken really good care of me. And I'm very, very thankful and very heartfelt about the people that come on board, because if they're going to talk about my company, they're going to talk about me. And I really feel like we give everybody an opportunity to work on changing your life, period. And that's really where our heart is changing the world, helping the world become a better place. And we're blockchain with a purpose. That's what we are. We're here to change lives. We're here to help people. And that's kind of it. So I'm gonna pause there, and I think I gave everybody a good overview of what we are, how nodes work, and all that good stuff, what they actually look like with your distribution and my distribution, what the possibility could look like for you if you decide you want to lock arms with us and do this. You may just want to buy some nodes, which is great. You may want to build, which is great too. But you can do both. You can do anything that you want. We're here just to educate, teach, and help guide you guys any way that we can. So Brian, what questions we have?
If you can just elaborate on if someone's coming in right now, what would you suggest them to get started with? And maybe show them that you can apply a discount to the native coin, the win one, or the native node, sorry, win.
So right here are our nodes. Well, I tell people all the time, these projects are great. I love all of them. I'm a little biased because I've been here. I know all the CEOs. I was here before any of the CEOs. I've been here from day one. But the really cool part is, if you're really into banking, this is a great one. I mean, if you really want to be part of something like that, you're coming in two years after distribution on both of these. The distribution has been going on for a while for these two. This one for a year. This one's brand new. These two haven't even started. The rest of these have all started this summer. So that has a little bit to do with your distribution, but it really just dictates on how much you're starting with. You asked me that question last time, but it's really I had two people today that one for 100,000, one for $500,000 that came in with me. And I sit down and I broke down those numbers for them. And I help a lot of bigger, higher end people that come on board. But if they're coming in with 10 grand, always get $2,500 worth of your win, period. No matter who you are, I always tell everybody, because you've got a voucher right now for these, go right here and get those, apply your voucher, boom, boom, boom. You can get 5 of these. This will not last forever. We know it's temporary, but you can get 5. You're getting $7,500 off. And when you receive these digital rewards on here, like the 14 million I've received in the last 6 months, whatever, 5 months, or 4 months, whatever it's been, I can take those rewards and actually buy more nodes on any of these platforms. So this is the gift that keeps giving right here. So I love the Win blockchain. It is the marketing arm for everything that we have. And then Switch. So if you have 10 grand, you just gotta kind of look at this. Where do I spend it? How do I spend it? I would always spend my first $2,500 always with this. And then whatever you can afford, depending on what you're putting in. That makes sense?
Yep, makes sense. I went with the grow after having some conversations with you, and then at the same time doing the research in the back on the share tab. I went with a grow, and then I got some hypers because the price was right there, and grabbed some rally and revs, being prepared for when those go. But I grabbed the 5 wins right away because I applied the discount. And and if you are wanting to maybe share this and to build a team around this as well, the company does pay up to 70% to the people that share this. You have to own at least one Win Smart Node. And then the kind of like the simple logistics about the compensation plan are around Win Smart Nodes. You want to help people, you want to go sell 5 Win Smart Nodes, you're a block bot. And you want to be a block bot node, you want to help 5 people join, and then you want to help them, each one of them go sell 5 Win Smart Nodes. So, I mean, we can do that really fast by getting 5 Win Smart Nodes.
And for those that want to build and build a team, and yeah, I tell people all the time, it's just like for years I didn't build a team just because we didn't have that aspect of it ready. I would just sell for the brands. You can't sell for a brand directly anymore. But if you decide, for those that just want to buy a node, buy a node. But if you really want to build a team and work on that side of things, Brian and I can do a separate meeting, because I don't want to intermingle people that just want to buy nodes and learn about these projects. But if some of you guys if there's enough interest, we'll jump on a call and we'll kind of work on your pitch and what you say and how you say it. And a lot of people are kind of like, where do I even start with that? And we can kind of work on your verbiage and how to use the tools to kind of help push those guys forward. But we can do that another time. But that is an option as well, where we can help you guys as well.
I love it. Thank you. And yes, the Win Smart Nodes are on a yearly lease that you get those for, I believe, 500, but
so what happens is on the Win blockchain, these nodes, that's a 1-year node lease or license. So what that means is at the end of the year, it just drops off. It stops distributing the token. The token is still in your wallet. So the tokens don't go anywhere. You don't lose your tokens or anything else. They go in your wallet. And it's very important. If I haven't said this, I've done 8 Zooms today, so I apologize if I'm trying to remember what I've said, what I haven't said. But the really cool thing about this is, and if you log into Switch and you have a custodial and a non-custodial wallet. A custodial wallet means whoever is linked to that account still has, whoever is linked to that has the ability to take your crypto. That's how the FTX has failed, everything else. Ours are non-custodial wallets, which means when you set up your 12-word seed phrase, and people are like, I've been getting a lot of these rug pull people that call me like, how do I know it's real? How do I know if this will be here tomorrow? Goodness gracious, what if the website starts working tomorrow? And I'm like, I'm sorry that you've had to experience that. That's not who we are, obviously. But let's just say, God forbid, tomorrow you couldn't ever log on to here. And you have money like I have, hundreds of thousands of dollars just sitting in your wallet, which I do. And it's just sitting there, blah, blah, blah. Well, the nice thing about having a non-custodial wallet is I can take those 12-word seed phrases, upload them into MetaMask, Coinbase, anywhere else like that, and I can plug them in there, and my money is still there. So even if the sky is falling and you can't get on the site, you can still do that. That's the difference between a real company that wants to see you succeed in a rug pull type of scenario.
Exactly. You don't own the keys. You don't own your funds.
You don't own your keys. You don't own your crypto. Period.
There
No
you
end about that. Brian, what questions do they have in there? Any good
go.
questions?
Well, one question. I mean, we talked about this the whole entire time. Is it possible to be successful without building a team? Yeah, that was the moral of Billy's story.
Yep.
He bought 11 nodes, made over 8 figures without sharing with anybody. But I don't see any more questions. Most of the questions I'm getting is all about the Win Smart node. Is it really worth buying? Am I going to make what I make or what I'm spending off of it? When is liquidity coming? When can I swap it out, for USD? That's kind of the questions I get mostly.
Very soon. I mean, listen, guys, with Gala, we had our Gala nodes on for 2 years before there was absolutely any liquidity. If you want to have the big benefits of something like this, these are real brands we're building. Sometimes it takes time. You guys are coming in to tell in, so you guys aren't going to have very long at all to wait. We've waited for years on our we've had distribution going for years before we could ever have liquidity. That's called faith, because we all know where it's going. So
Right.
if you want to wait, absolutely. By then you've missed the boat, but feel free to wait. I don't tell anybody it's going to be tomorrow, the next day. I think it's going to be extremely soon, extremely. I'll just leave it at that. But it makes you feel more comfortable. Wait till it's already on the exchanges and then jump in. No problem.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I get the question of why should I buy 5 Win Smart nodes? Because they're on
These
discount.
bonuses, because when you buy 5 and somebody else buys 5, you both get bonuses on it. So
Oh,
you want to
yeah.
have 5. Exactly.
Gotcha. I like that. Didn't know that. So
Yep.
I'm learning as fast as I can. I'm soaking in as much as I possibly can. So
When you go here and you hit Connect Pay, and you hit Blockbot Report. Let me show you guys this real quick.
how does liquidity work? I saw someone asked. I
You
guess.
click right here. I'm going to show you guys to answer that question. And Brian, I know I showed it to you early on, but that was early on. You click here, then you roll down to right here. You click right here. Boom. It'll tell you why. Action points, what you get for earning your win nodes. Every time you operate 5 active Win Smart nodes, you get points. Every time a team member operates 5 active Win nodes, they get distribution as well. So it'll kind of go through this with you on in your back office there. You just have to kind of look around for it and different things. Every time a team member becomes an influencer, they bonus you. There's a lot of different bonuses that are structured in here as well. All under the Connect. You just click Connect rewards and they'll go through there, show you all that stuff. I give it 25,000 rewards a day.
There you go. I'm up to 8,000. I'm
There you
trying
go.
trying to catch you.
There you go.
Another question. It's like it's detrimental to know how the liquidity works for some people.
What do you mean? Yeah. Well, what happens is when these start going onto exchanges, there's liquidity pools that set up with people like me that have hundreds of millions of rewards because I've accumulated them over the years. We put up our rewards into these exchanges, which we work on separately outside of here, and I'll put up 200 million of my rewards. Boom, there'll be a liquidity, and that way, if you want to sell at a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, we'll buy it up. We'll take it all day long. I know. People like us have the faith in the company. We know where it's going because we're here every day. We work with these CEOs. If you want to sell at a penny, 2 penny, 3 pennies, whatever, go ahead. We set up liquidity pools so you can. And as every exchange we goes on, there's different sizes of the liquidity pool. So that's what overall the liquidity keeps growing. And so then it starts getting on these major exchanges like the Hobies, the Binance, and the Coinbase, and those already are just installed with liquidity pools that have hundreds of millions of dollars in liquidity pools.
I love it. That answers that question. So Basically, guys, this is recorded. I will drop it into some places. There is a Zoom. Sally dropped the information for a Zoom that's in 5, 6 minutes. It'll be kind of like like a business overview type. This isn't necessarily one where we go off of a PDF. I love hearing Billy's story and seeing his back office. It just makes me feel like I'm just getting started. I'm ready to sign up again every day. I watch this, so thanks for being on, Billy. Thanks so much. You guys can just click that link and join in and wait for that overview. You'll probably get way more information if you're brand new here, because I see a lot of brand new type questions. But yeah, I mean, we're just getting nodes. Buy 5 win nodes, get back with the sponsor, buy 5 win nodes, pick out the other nodes you want. And from hearing Billy, it's like if you're gonna share this and make money, you can just convert that right into more nodes. It's probably a good decision. So thank you so much. When are you leaving for Hawaii?
5 a.m.
Well, how long are you gonna be gone? Are you coming back?
5 or 6 days. I'll be with all the CEOs of all the brands, all of our core team, not corporate core team, because we don't have a corporate, we're decentralized, but all of our core team. And yeah, just a lot of my friends. We've been here for years and years from day one. And these invites and these trips are open to anybody out there that's building the business and they can hit the mark. This particular trip was, if you went out and sold $250,000 of business, and I think it was a 45 or 60-day turnaround time, whatever it was. Maybe it was 90 days. I don't remember what it was. I did mine pretty quick. But then they would pay for you and a guest, all expense paid, airline ticket, everything's there. It's like a 5-star hotel, all the activity, everything's taken care of. It's just a 5-day vacation in Hawaii. But you get to mingle and meet all these guys. And then we have events while you're there. So you get to know these CEOs. They'll get up and tell you everything new and exciting going on. These are what make the difference of you going from maybe this is real to knowing for a fact this is going to be awesome.
I love it. And some other questions, Corey, just get back with me on that question, because you can share this without even putting in any money. And if you sell 5 Win Smart nodes, you write corporate and they will, give you a Win Smart node. So it's pretty cool how that works. From there, I don't see any other questions. Thank you, Billy. We'll give you one day to relax.
If you're really trying to build this, people, you got to plant your flag if you truly want to build this and make this a big deal. When people follow me on Instagram, at Billy Woe, BILLYWO, when people follow me there and they see the lifestyle change and they see every other day I'm putting information out there, people are like, and Brian and I had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. I said, Brian, for people to really want to dig in with you and really want to do business with you, they have to know that this is your only thing. This is what you believe in, it. I had a client the other day that was dropping $500,000 with me. Why did he drop that? My second meeting ever with him. He doesn't even, he saw me one night drinking here in Vegas at a bar, not a bar, a restaurant. It's a grand opening of a really nice high-end restaurant here. And we just sat there and started talking, had great conversations, had no idea who he was, didn't know he's on the TV every day or on the billboards around me until he gave me his card. I'm like, oh crap. And we just got like, we hadn't talked in over a year. And he takes me to lunch the other day and said, the fact that you're just so on this every day and you're giving us free advice on your Instagram and giving me all this information, I want to do business with someone like you. If you're out there pitching 2 or 3 other things every time someone calls you, if they don't know that you're 100%, no matter what business it is, then they're not going to do it with you. You have to become your expert. You have to become your Billy of saying, hey, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna get on these Zooms. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna work on my pitch, and go through that. And that's why I said Brian and I could do another call to help you guys a little bit on that aspect. I'm all about helping you guys. Most of you guys, the thing is, it's an affiliate site. It's 2 levels down. 99% of you guys, I don't get compensated with, and that's okay. This is not why I do this. I do this because 99% of my friends and myself, I needed someone like this 8 years ago. I prayed for something like this. I didn't have the millions I have now. I didn't have all of this stuff. So this is my way of giving back and helping you guys. So I'm always here to help. I only have so many hours in the day, so I preferably do them in group settings like this, where we can get 70 to 100 plus people on a call, so I can make it worth my time. Because believe it or not, I love this. I've been here for 7 years, but every day doing 15 to 20 three-way calls and at least 8 Zooms, it does take a little toll on you when you don't have to work. So I try to minimize my efforts by getting them all on a group chat and kind of helping you guys. But I'm always here to help you. And I think thank you guys for believing in us. Remember, this only works if we're completely decentralized and we're out there with the masses. You guys are part of that masses. So we love you. We want to help you in any way we can. Do not go out there and promise people they're going to get rich. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. We are out here solving problems. That's why you need to learn about each blockchain and what they're doing to solve the problems. That is where the real value comes from, is learning about true blockchain projects, learning what we're really doing. And that's what I get excited about. The money will follow, but focus on the real projects themselves.
I love it. All right. Thanks, guys. See you on the next Zoom here in 1 minute.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.